And from the word go, the bond with the children was set. And they love me. And I love them, most importantly. Not long ago, we were invited to a barbecue next door. And the mother at this house asked me a question. She asked, "So, Tumelo, are you here to fulfill the American dream, or do you just, really like spending time with children?" And I had thought about this, but I'd never actually communicated it to anybody. But what I've learned since I got here, even, if you remember the meditation prior to my arrival, even in my thoughts and preparations before coming to America, I had to think about that. I had to think about whether or not I'd be willing or ready to spend 45 hours of my week spent in America with children. And I told her that yes, it's more than the American dream, which I explained or expressed to be the African dream for me, because this is part of my journey as an African. But I explained to her how important it is that one loves children genuinely. If you do not have love for children and you choose to be an au pair, you can forget about enjoying the experience abroad, wherever you are, whether you're in America, whether you're in Australia, Europe, wherever you are. So I've realized that in fulfilling my dreams and ensuring that I reach my goals as an individual, there has to be that part of me that has a genuine love for children. Because children don't joke. Children can be stubborn. Children cry for nothing. Children mess their diapers. For goodness sake. Children mess their diapers, and you're going to need to change those diapers. You're going to need to make sure that they're eating well, that they're drinking their milk, that they are washed, they are clean. They don't have snots all over their faces, their nails are cut, the small detail, their nails are cut, their clothes are matching, they're smiling, the children are happy. And that's part of being an au pair. That's what I found, and it's been the most beautiful journey. And the time that I spend with them makes the time away from them, when I reflect on the time that I do spend with them, so beautiful. I find myself missing them, like, oh my gosh. David would probably be saying, because David can't say my name, he can't say Tumelo, he says to mama, and he says to mama, hi to mama, I like to mama. And then you have Jonathan. I'm teaching them how to say Sawubona Tumelo, which is a greeting. Sawubona is a greeting, meaning I see you in isiZulu. So I say to them, Sawubona Jonathan, Sawubona David, Sawubona Ilana. And in response, I'm teaching them to say Sawubona Tumelo. And Jonathan says, Sawubona Tumelo. It's the most beautiful thing. And Ilana and I have gone as far as saying, hi, how are you? I'm fine in isiZulu. And that is so rewarding for me, because here these beautiful creatures are making me feel so much closer to home with every engagement that we have. And it's special. It really, really is special. And I am now loving children far more than I loved children before leaving home. And for a very long time, for the past 4 years, I've only had my sister, my baby sister, to interact with. Sure, I babysit, say, cousins or maybe neighbors' children and stuff like that. But the encounter has never been as significant as it had been with my baby sister or the children that I now live with. So certainly, au pairs, it's the first priority. And it doesn't mean that outside of the 45 hours you don't have a life. You do have a life. And that life, you could go drink at a bar if you want. You could go to the amusement park if you want. You could go out clubbing if you want, outside of your 45 hours of work. But, that time spent is so precious, and it's worth writing novels about. And I'm reading books. I am reading stories to them. And I'm finding myself evolving, as an artist somehow. Dr. Seuss is a genius, or was a genius, and those stories are just So amazing, and I'm telling them my own stories from home, translating them from isiZulu, the ones that I do know, and they're finding it so amazing. And the fact that pictures play such a huge role, sounds, actions, pointing to certain places and them understanding it, it's so rewarding. It really is. I think if I wasn't au pairing, I'd be teaching children, like anything that has to do with children has been really rewarding.